Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. Saturday night's main event is turning out to be a very, very important show for WWE. We have Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes, and we have Jey Uso and CM Punk. I don't know any of the other matches, but those are going to be two most important matches on the card, and we could potentially see Drew McIntyre beat Cody Rhodes. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Cody Rhodes is going to retain his championship, but we will see a new World Heavyweight Champion because Seth Rollins vacated his title, and so we're going to see Jey Uso versus CM Punk, which has a lot of long-term implications for the World Heavyweight Championship. And it leads me to think about the Royal Rumble. It leads me to think about War Games, because at this very time, even though we don't know who's going to become World Heavyweight Champion yet, obviously WWE does because they're planning for the future. It's going to be Jey Uso. It's going to be CM Punk. WWE is still planning the 2025 men's War Game match will be led by Roman Reigns and CM Punk versus The Vision. And so we could see few potential options for Team Roman and Punk could be Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Jimmy Uso, and LA Knight. And then Team Vision, you have Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Drew McIntyre, a heel Jey Uso, and a Brock Lesnar. And then another possible War Games matchup could be CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and LA Knight versus a Brock Lesnar, a Braun Breaker, a Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, and Ethan Page. I think those are the two most likely scenarios for the War Games match, and that really all depends on the Jey Uso versus CM Punk match. Now, if Jey Uso turns heel on Saturday, he will become a two-time World Heavyweight Champion, which is potentially what's going to lead to a Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns match at WrestleMania, which means Roman Reigns would most likely win the Royal Rumble. I think there is 4 to 5 options when it comes to winning the Royal Rumble in January. You, of course, have Roman Reigns, you have LA Knight, you have Sami Zayn, you have Braun Breaker, and a 5th potential option is AJ Styles because 2026 is his farewell year, so we could see AJ Styles win the Royal Rumble and maybe go on to face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. That would be awesome, because AJ Styles is one of the best wrestlers in the world, and it would be cool to see him go against Cody Rhodes one last time in an absolute classic match at WrestleMania. But the more likely situation is one of the, one of those other 4, which would be Roman Reigns, LA Knight, Sami Zayn, or Braun Breaker. WWE has said already that Braun Breaker is expected to be World Heavyweight Champion, but WWE is reportedly planning to wait until the future. So maybe he wins the Royal Rumble, and then he goes on to beat a Jey Uso or a CM Punk at WrestleMania. Now, Jey Uso potentially could turn heel. Jimmy Uso could cost him the title. Jey Uso could win, and then I think you set up a match with him and Roman Reigns, or you set up a big triple threat match with Jimmy, Jey, and Roman if Jey wins the title, or Jimmy could cost Jey the title. They start to feud so they can make up for their horrific match they had at one WrestleMania, and maybe they feud, and then CM Punk wins the strap, takes it all the way to WrestleMania, where eventually he loses to a Braun Breaker because they're going to continue to feud with the Vision for a very, very long time. So there's some potential options there, and now LA Knight is sort of in the mix. He could potentially win the Royal Rumble, and he would be a fan favorite. You would need him to go up against a heel at WrestleMania, and that would not be CM Punk, even though him and CM Punk have slowly had their sort of difficulties. I don't really like that matchup, even though I love LA Knight way more than I like CM Punk. But also, you could see fan favorite Sami Zayn winning the Royal Rumble and him also wrestling CM Punk at WrestleMania. I think the original plan was for Rollins to carry the title all the way until WrestleMania and have actually CM Punk beat him at Mania. That's not going to happen. And then maybe you had a Roman Reigns win the Royal Rumble and they have another matchup with Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania or whatever the case may be. But I do like this option of Jimmy turning on Jey, them going into a feud, CM Punk winning the strap, carrying it all the way until WrestleMania, Braun Breaker winning the Royal Rumble, and then beating the shit out of CM Punk at WrestleMania. I would enjoy that. I think War Games will be really, really, really interesting. Again, I think Cody Rhodes is going to retain against Drew McIntyre, even though I love Drew McIntyre. I hope Drew McIntyre wins. WWE television is better when Drew McIntyre is champion. I would go nuts if Drew McIntyre became the new WWE champion. That would be awesome, and carried it to WrestleMania. And then we finally got this big Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns feud. That would be fucking awesome. That would be the best. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think Cody Rhodes is going to retain. And then I think I don't have a real definitive pick for the Jey Uso versus CM Punk match, but I'm all in favor of LA Knight or Braun Breaker winning the Royal Rumble and facing CM Punk at WrestleMania. I'm not a fan of Jey Uso being the World Heavyweight Champion. I just don't think he can carry the strap. I like Jey Uso. He's the great yeet monster. I think it would be cool to see him wrestle Roman Reigns as Jey Uso being the heel and Roman Reigns being the babyface, but I don't think that's a main event worthy match. But really, I say that, and Roman Reigns, no matter what match Roman Reigns is in, that could main event WrestleMania, because Roman Reigns is the fucking guy. He's the god. So if Roman Reigns is in the match, it could main event WrestleMania. But I think it's going to be CM Punk as champion heading into WrestleMania, and he's going to face maybe an LA Knight, maybe a Braun Breaker, and then Roman Reigns will be doing something potentially with the Bloodline, or maybe he's wrestling for a title. But those are me, and those are my thoughts. I mean, there's a lot of implications happening here at the match on Saturday night's main event with Jey Uso and CM Punk, what direction they want to go to. They want to go all in on CM Punk until he loses to Breaker. They want to build to War Games. They want to build to Royal Rumble. They want to have Jey Uso turn heel. So many different options. I'm very excited for the match, and we'll see what happens. Let me know what you think is going to happen in the comments down below. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. Then like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.